SpookyPooch here. Let's read Ask Reddit. How do you know you can trust someone? This should be good because I can't. Well, I overtrust everybody all the time. So yeah, working on it. Pig in a Hole says, notice how they talk about other people. Are they gossipy or condescending? Probs shouldn't trust them. Good start. Well, anyway. Yeah, I was guilty of some shit talking as a teenager. And all of my other friends would shit talk too, so I didn't even think anything of it. So they would shit talk me behind my back. But at least mine was slightly in a good place where I was just trying to talk to my other friends to be like, is this something that's happening to you too with this other person and blah blah blah. But then they would go ahead and tattle on me as soon as possible because that would get the attention off of their shit talks, and it was just drama, drama, drama. Good times. Rabid Turtle's Rule says, don't trust anyone because everyone is always looking to screw you over. My mom taught me that. I don't trust her either. Oh no. You definitely should not trust people as much as you do. Because at the end of the day, they are just trying to get ahead in some way. And there are some good people that you can trust. It's so rare. It's so incredibly rare. And it sucks. Definitely sucks. Tragic Solitude says they don't tell anyone about the... Oh, don't tell anyone about the bodies. Guess how much I don't care. Bacon Reader says if they don't lie about little things, like I'm sure we all know people or are people who like to add a little bit of fuzz to every life story of theirs to make it interesting, but it's still lying. I find that these people are never too great with secrets. I suck at storytelling because I'm too bullet point factual about it. And it makes me sad because whenever I try to tell a story, it's just like super shrug-worthy at best. Because it's just like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know how to spice it up and, like, lead people through it so that they are more immersed. So, fuck me. Taco says they never ask to borrow money, phones, wallets, whatever. Oh, so you trust them. Yes. Fuck yes. I like this one because I've had a lot of crappy people only like reveal that they were crappy after they air quotes borrowed unair quotes from me, where they're like, yeah, I'll pay you back. Yeah, I'll give this back, and then they never do, and then they avoid you for no reason. Like, I'm not expecting things back right away, but it's months and months, and, like, the one bitch, I gave her money, because she couldn't even make it by on bills, and I drove to her house to hand-deliver her the cash, and, she decided to just be a cunt. I'm so family-friendly. But anyway, it sucked balls because there was no reason for her to avoid me, and she decided to just do that and burn the bridge and keep posting pictures of her buying needless shit she didn't need and getting animals, which was more money to maintain feeding them and stuff, but for some reason that was logical to her. And then her one friend contacts me and is like, yeah, she keeps doing this shit to me too. I do all her grocery shopping and she never pays me back and blah blah blah. And it's like, maybe you should stop being friends with her? Oh my god. But anyway. And then she agreed to meet up with me to pay me back, and she flaked on purpose to waste my time, and then she claimed it was a different day, and I'm like, check the text, bitch! Like, texts don't fucking lie. Unlike her. And she was an awesome person in high school. There was no reason for it. But she, I guess, got into drugs because she looks twice my age because of all the drugs she's done. Turtle Scoop says they return pencils after borrowing them. Someone goes, noise. That makes me happy. Next one says, you just know sometimes. Well, I'm gonna downvote that because that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. They send you their nudes. So funny. Thank you. Frostitute85 says they have nothing to gain from you / ask nothing of you but enjoy your presence. This is a big one. Notice how your friends and loved ones in general treat other people when the other person can't give them anything. Because there is a huge switch in personality from your loved one. And that sucks. So yeah, that's the big one. Look at that. That's good advice. Someone goes, "You don't. You have to be cautious with everyone, even people you love, and people you've known for a long time." Yeah, we get it, okay? The world is a shitty place. Ugh. I hate when answers are unanswers. Like, don't comment then. If your secret is released, it has a negative effect on them too. Heh, barely. Like, they have a balaclava on. Okay. To earn someone's trust takes time and experience. If they can't be trusted with little things, they can't be trusted with bigger matters either. Does that just... I don't know. I got like a pompous vibe, but I get what they're saying. And if anyone's ever offended, here's another pro tip. Pro SpookyPooch tip. If someone's ever like offended that they need to earn your trust, that a red flag. 'Cause like, yeah, it blows how you don't get trust right away. I fucking understand. But it's just one of those things where it's like, well, if you have nothing to hide, then it's fine, and it feels good to earn things in the end. So, there you go. Port says you can't really know for sure until they have an opportunity to fuck you over for personal gain and make the decision not to take it. The day they cover for you when it would be easier for them not to, though, that's when you know you've got a keeper. Yeah, not to shit on my parents even though they deserve it, but that speaks of my parents. Whenever it was their time to step up and be parents, they would run away and leave me to get fucked. And they would do that every fucking time all my life when I needed them most, so I learned that nobody cares for me and I'm gonna die. Don't trust anyone, not even yourself. You're a dumb shit. Are they a person? Don't trust. God. Like, there are some good people out there that you can trust with your life. They do exist. I know that's fucking crazy, but they do exist. It's just they're very, very rare to the point where you kind of get the mindset that they don't exist. First rule, don't trust anyone, but you can see it by him or her being very quiet about other people, so no gossiping or telling secrets. Yeah. Political Pug says if they talk about something else behind their back, they will do the same about you. Well, okay, they didn't really use pronouns very well, but they meant if your friend is talking crap about somebody else, then it means they're going to be talking about you. Hell Angel says if someone gossips to you... Okay, we're gonna run into the same shit. Why can't people just read through and just upvote? When they don't trust you, people measure trust by their own standards. If they don't trust you, then you can't trust them. So what does that say about me that I just, like, horribly trust everybody ever? It's one of the things I hate most about me. I've been burned very, very badly, many fucking times, by a variety of different loved ones, and yet I'm still like, hello stranger, I trust you. I fucking hate it. But anyway, that's like the thing with cheaters, is that they keep accusing you of cheating, and it usually means, like overwhelmingly means, that they're cheating. So, that's another random, unsolicited pro tip. More gossip people. Put a couple of coconuts in a book bag and ask the person to deliver it for you. Steal the book bag from them en route to the destination and kick their ass. Reveal that the coconut saved his mother. Okay, I don't fucking care. I don't care at all. Full says the light on the trader tester is green. Can I go now? Go, because I got a hot date buzz. Okay, more fucking references I don't give a shit about. Just have a laugh says, best not to trust many people until you're certain on what they say/do is truthful. If they do anything that would have broken that trust, you won't be disappointed. Yeah. I met a friend through work, and she was pretty fucking cool. But then I started noticing, like, really unfair or just fucking stupid shit. Because she was very smart. She was very sharp and smart and motivated and good and had her shit together. And then one point she's like, oh yeah, me and my husband used to swing. And for anyone that doesn't know, that means that you, like, sleep with other people for fun. So they might do it together, or they might do it. It's an open relationship technically. I mean, whatever. But anyway, she'd have threesomes with other girls with her husband and other guys with her husband, and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, if it's another girl, the girl can only do stuff to me, but when it's a guy, he can do stuff to me." And it's like, that's pretty unfair for the husband that he just has to just kind of sit there. That's so sad. That's so sad. That's never something I'd participate in, but it's so sad. That was so unfair for him. So that kind of, like, put me off a little bit. And then the, like, next bigger thing was that one day she came in and she was super pissed. My other kitty's here. Hi. I love you. You're so sweet. She's not a meower, though. She won't prove that she's here. She's just gonna stand there like a weirdo. You're so cute, I love you. Anyway, my friend came in and she was pissed. And then she's like, I'm getting evicted. And I'm like, oh, well, holy shit, why? And she goes, I didn't pay for the month's rent. My landlord's such an asshole. And I'm just like, well, I'm sorry for you, but, like, that's kind of the whole point of an apartment, is that you pay for it monthly. I don't get what is up with all these people that just skimp out on paying rent. That is fucking terrifying to me, because that is where you sleep and where you keep all your food and all your belongings. Why would you skimp out on that? That is the most important thing to pay. Please pay it. Oh god. So she tried to make the landlord the bad guy, and it's like, why should he give you a month for free? Like, you're clearly not paying. Why would he think that you're going to pay later? Fuck. So that just pissed me off. And my friend did other weird, shady things too, but those were the bigger, like, ones, you know? The reel says if they are given a chance to betray you in a small way, and yeah. What's that saying? The someone's true character is what they do when they think no one's looking. Like, if you stop at a red light in the middle of the night and you stay there, that is me. Or how I use my turn signals in the middle of the night when nobody else is on the road. But that's just what I need to do, okay? Trust no one, Asian Mulder. Okay, we got it. They wear Nikes. We got it, you're funny. Trustful, okay. I was with you all night, them, okay. Guess that means putting in effort, but then they never give back. That's always fun. I had a shit friend like that, where, I was always there for him. I was, like, his emergency hotline for his stupid drama over and over again. Always the same thing over and over again, but he never wanted to fix it, so he just kept bitching about it. Something very, very tiny and easy to fix, mind you. Not like, you know, being financially stable. Like, that fucking takes work. But anyway, he was so annoying. But I'm a mom friend, and I like to be there for my friends, so I'm always there for you, even if it's the same issue. It's just a sign of me caring is to give you some fucking advice so you're not suffering, okay? I get that it's usually unsolicited advice, but it's like, fucking God. It just gets... Damn. And then later down the line, like, again, I've always been there for that friend, always supported them, never showed any attitude or anything. Just in the back of my mind, I ignored that it was always the same problem. And then later, I had an actual, like, legal harassment issue. And he's just like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, okay. Cool. And then he would just ignore me for any time I needed him, because I would still let him lean on me, and he'd never, repeat or give back the favor or whatever. So it was like, well, you're kind of an asshole. And this is the same bitch who finally got this girl that he wanted. He'd been pining after her for so long, and I supported him. Okay? And then he finally gets her, and after the honeymoon phase wore off and he was like starting to get complacent or whatever, I don't know what was going through his head, he just goes to me and he's like talking about crap, and then he ends it with, oh, but she's just my first girlfriend, so. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you know what just came out of your fucking stupid face? So I told him how fucking retarded, fucking retarded, whatever, that is, because it's like, you don't mistreat something just because it's your first. So I told him, like, your first car, did you just run into shit because it's your first car? And he's like, no, I took care of it. And I'm like, yeah, you take care of it for as long as you can because it's something you care about. And that's the only reason why he's still with her to this day, like 5 or so years later. He would have just dumped her because, oh, it's only first girlfriend, so. Oh my god. People's mentality is fucking whack. Richard Hindquarters says, force them to swear an unbreakable oath to prove your loyalty to Voldemort. Wowie, wow, wow, wow. They shut their mouth when they hear bullshit and tell you privately their opinion, which confirms what you already know. Somebody else says, when they're willing to go out of their way to do something for you that holds little to no benefit for themselves. Ooh, that's nice. This still doesn't mean that you should fully trust them, but it does mean that they have your back if you ever need it. Something I've learned is that you should start testing your friends and stuff. Because for me, I try to be as self-sufficient as possible, so naturally I never ask my friends for favors, big or small. But I was like, oh, I should actually do that, because I'm always doing favors for them, they're never doing it back, so I never get to see if they're really a real friend. So, pro tip, make them do little things for you and whatnot. Just see if they even do it, because then you can decide if they're worth keeping around or not, especially when you keep wasting time and energy on them and they never return the favor. Hello? PM says you don't ever really know, blah blah blah, I don't care. If you trust people based on your gut feelings, you'll have your trust broken. Good, because I can't trust my gut for the fucking... All it takes is one moment to destroy a lifetime of trust. If your heart is open to someone, trust is there. It's necessary for real intimacy. There are a handful of people in my life that I trust 100% because I know them and I know their intentions. But all of it would take is one moment and it could spoil everything. Truth requires proof. Also, I trust my dog. Yeah. Bless their heart for having that many people that they trust completely. That's nice. I always wish, you'd be able to tell the difference between intention and perception. Because, like, if somebody spills a drink on you, it might be perceived that they did it on purpose, but their intention was that it was a legit accident. But you'll never know, because you can't get in their head. That's why I wish I could read minds. Any superpower, read minds. Even though flying's cool, but in the end you'd get shot down by people. Later Dude says, ever taken a creative writing class? The vast majority of the work is thinly veiled autobiography. People aren't imaginative enough to lie, so I trust them by default. And the lies they do tell are quite obvious. For example, that old story about the teacher let our class clown perform the last 5 minutes of class, and he grew up to become insert hot Canadian comic here. Hey, guy? They pledged their I don't fucking care. They make themselves vulnerable to you. Yeah. Always be cautious for sure, but remember that your expectations of a person are going to affect the way they interact with you. If you choose not to trust someone, it may cause them to be untrustworthy. If you put in your faith in them, it may just work out. Yeah, that's a slippery slope. But yeah, people will do shit out of spite, because in the end, if you're saying, like, I can't trust you, well, I'm already being pinned as untrustworthy, so, like, why even put in the effort? It's one of those things. I don't know. You can't trust people. I only trust my husband. He earned it long ago, but I'll never trust another person ever again. Well, how can you say you can't trust people, but then you trust someone? You fucking idiot. When they trust you, they're trustworthy. If they won't trust you, they can't be trusted. People always think that others think the same as they do, so if somebody automatically thinks you'll steal from them, it's because they would steal from you if the roles were reversed. Holy shit. So since I trust everybody off the bat, that means I'm very trustworthy. Hey! Yeah. Smack them. If they're cool with it, you trust them. If not, punch again and run. That's fucking stupid. I don't know if people are trying to make jokes, they're just not funny. They're not funny! If they're honest, even when it makes them look bad and admit their own faults, humble people are generally very trustworthy because they care about others and not only themselves. This is also me. I don't like lying, and my brain isn't big enough to lie. I can't remember all the web of lies, so telling the truth is easier, including if that gets me in trouble, because I don't know. I was never a liar. So yeah, it just takes too much effort. Trusting yourself is enough. You never know what people are gonna do. Okay, that's true. If they follow your lead without asking them to. Well, that's debatable, because it just means that they can't think for themselves, and herd mentality is not good. If someone tells you what you want to hear, they're lying. I trust the people that tell me what they really think, not what they think I want to hear told to me, but by that logic, I trust very few people. Yeah, you need people to call you out on your shit so you can be a better person. I've never met a man with a strikingly good handshake that I felt I could not trust. Further, if you need something done properly, do it yourself, and trust only yourself with the most important things to you. This includes any type of information you do not wish to be repeated. Yeah, the best kept secret is just not telling anyone ever. Hi, honey. Yeah, you're sweet. Hi. Leave some money out in plain sight. I know I can trust my family members because I left money out on my drawer, and it would be there for days. When I was in high school, our neighbor in middle school at the time came over to visit. As soon as she left, I noticed my money was missing. We went over to her house, and she came out with it. Never invited her over again. Damn. I used to steal when I was young, around 3, 4, and 5, just because I was like, well, nobody's using it in my kid mind. I mean, it's just sitting there. Oh, nobody's using it. Well, nobody's using it right now. But yeah. Oopsies. Trust quarter, leave a quarter. Same thing. But yeah, people definitely like to swipe up the money. Trust is a luxury I can't afford. Get over yourself. You can never know for sure. Don't care. Make them pass several tests that you have planned before letting them know that it's a test, so you can see how their real behaviors and reactions to your test. Okay. That's like what I was saying earlier with the little favors and stuff. Doesn't have to be anything big. It can just be, like, fucking, I don't know. I need to think about it. I'd have to make, like, a formal list about it, okay? You could set up a trust test designed to root out their lies and villainy? What the fuck are you talking about here? Jesus. When you have more shit on them than they have on you. That is not... Oh, is that the... Oh, it's the fucking squirrel again. This stupid fucking squirrel. Give me a second. And I'm back. Okay. So, there's this... I have a bird feeder. And this squirrel likes to jump in it, which wrecks the bird feeder, and all the seed is thrown everywhere. And it's right by my window, and the first and second time, he, learned to run away because he saw me, and I'd hit the glass and scare him, but now, he knows I cannot get him. The window doesn't open, it's one of those, bay windows. So, he just keeps stuffing his fucking face. So yeah, I was just getting rid of him. That's my story. So anyway, trust. I don't trust squirrels. Let's see this last one. I've learned to trust no one, but that's just me. Everyone lets me down and stabs me in the back or lies, so I don't trust anyone. I get it. I've been through that probably more than this person, but the whole point is that you're supposed to say how do you know you can trust someone, not just shitting in the thread. So this other guy responds, I used to have this problem where people let me down all the time, and I stabbed in the back or lied to me. The problem was mine. I put people on a way too high pedestal. This guy cannot write. People have their own problems as I have mine. Everyone makes mistakes, and I took it personally almost every time. People are just like me. They fuck up and learn from it. The ones that don't are dead weight. It's very rare for someone to learn from their mistakes. Very rare. Ooh, someone goes, are they a woman or not? Ha ha. Enjoy the downvote, you piece of shit. Anyway, that's it. Let me know if you have any trust qualities and tests that people go through. I need to work on mine. Hell yeah. Ooh my. Oh, here's a quick story. I realized I could trust my one friend because we were trading some items, and we're long distance friends because I don't need local friends to feel validated, so friends all over the world is cool with me. So anyway, we were making a trade and we agreed on the things to trade, and then my friend sent his package first, like right away, and I was like, oh shit, like I gotta get my stuff ready. And so that was a nice moment, because, you know, I could have been an asshole and just been like, haha, bye, you know? But I mean, I'm a half decent person, so I definitely did not do that, but it's just one of those things where it's like, oh snap, they really trust me, and that means a lot. Anyway, hope you enjoyed listening to my crappy voice. Bye.